Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it like we were evolved to do. After many months of very little meat, we are now finally coming into fresh meat season in the European ancestral diet. Most of the historical sources from all over Europe account for the slaughter of the animals primarily being in September and October time in our modern calendar. More than anything else, it's actually sheep and cattle, really. So those are the two main red meats. We're coming to fresh season right now. And this is for good reason, historically. When the spring came, humans would be turning their livestock out to graze for the summer. Now, as when the fall is coming, the winter is coming, so they're bringing these animals back into the barns to take care of during the winter. Cattle and sheep are actually the ones that are the most high maintenance to take care of. And horses too, actually, which we do have quite a long tradition of eating, at least in Europe before Christianity came around and made it illegal. But yeah, that and even still today, many places in the world, the fall is the primary sheep and cattle slaughter season. You see, cattle, it's a very, very big animal. They eat and drink a lot. They take a lot of resources throughout the winter, so humans preferred to slaughter as many cattle as they could without making it a kind of a significant problem for the breeding the next year. Now, do you know how big a cow is if you slaughter it? You're going to get an average of 250 kilos of meat. That's 500 pounds. The whole village would take many weeks to eat all that, okay? So they would still slaughter their cattle in large numbers, but they wouldn't eat it all at once. They would eat it fresh in the fall and the festivals and things like that, but then they'd preserve a bunch of the rest by drying it, salting it, and leaving that away to eat all throughout the winter. Sheep, same thing. Now sheep, they don't take a whole lot to feed, but they are actually quite high maintenance in comparison to the other farm animals like pork or chickens, for example. So sheep were slaughtered in the highest numbers in the autumn too. Pigs and goats are actually the most low maintenance of the livestock animals, and chickens too, but ancient humans didn't eat a whole lot of chickens, but they kept them for eggs. So those animals were the ones that would be kept around during the winter and slaughtered throughout. So it would be fresh goat, fresh pork all throughout the winter. But the next couple months now, September, October, November, it's all about the fresh red meat in the ancestral diet. Until about November, that's when our ancestors would have had the most lamb and beef, fresh slaughtered and cooked. Then after that, they would still be eating it in smaller amounts, but it would be dried. Hence a lot of these recipes in the, at least in the north of Europe, in these winter traditional recipes like pinnekjøtt, which is my favorite. I love it. So this 3 months actually is my actual favorite part of the year because my doctor is going to slap me, but I don't care. I really love it. The fresh red meat, nice steaks, nice lamb, make it in soups, grilling it, doing whatever you want. But also don't forget lots of healthy vegetables too. I don't say that's the perfect diet. As a matter of fact, it's probably not healthy. I don't recommend it. I'm being kind of like a test dummy on these types of things. We don't know if they're healthy or not, but we do know our ancestors ate this way. So let's see how I feel in these next few months, and I'll keep you guys updated.